All right, well, this is a video that we're gonna show you how to upload to the web effectively and make sure that your product's getting out there. Right, I have Zach with me here. We're gonna walk you through this process. Should take nothing but a couple minutes.
Yep. So the first step to uploading is obviously editing and completing your video so that it is past all the producer rights and all the producer information. They need to check it and make sure that it is okay to upload to the web. Once you've done that and uploaded your whole video, you are set to go ahead and begin converting your video in Adobe FLV Converter. We will show you where that is down here at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, so click this. It's Adobe Media Encoder CS4, and what this does is it converts your video, like Zach said, to an FLV format that Griffin can read. And this also makes the upload process quicker too. So the first thing we're going to do is we open that. You can see we already have something kind of queued up there, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove that so that we're not confusing anything. And now the next step, Zach, go ahead and explain that.
This is we are looking for the video that you have already edited and it is ready to go. So I've got my hard drive plugged in up there. You can see we're going to go ahead and go to my Lacey, and we've got that video right there called WebUploadHD. Now the important part about this is that I have the HD version available in my hard drive. So this is always where you're going to be finding your video. Whatever you exported it as, doesn't matter. We're going to be converting it into this new video. So we'll go ahead and grab and drag that video over to the encoding machine, and the only thing you need to make sure is correct is the CTV Web preset. So we'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. We'll click on that down arrow up there, and it should already be on CTV Web, but if it's not, just go ahead and click on CTV Web and you are ready to start converting your video. So we'll hit Start Queue.
Now this takes a few minutes, so be patient with it. Depending on the file size of the video, it's going to take longer. So we're going to let this upload, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
All right, welcome back. That's the conversion process. The next step, we're going to show you exactly where that video is now saved.
Yeah, so the Adobe Media Encoder, it actually does something really nice. It puts the FLV right where your original project file was. So if you look over here at Zach's hard drive, the FLV version is right above the original MOV version, which is that HD. And now see, we can't view that because Mac doesn't, you'd have to drop it into an FLV player, but we know it's good to go, and it's actually a really small file size. See, 15.1 megabytes, almost nothing.
So the next step, we're going to go ahead and head to Safari, and we're going to be opening up the Griffin system. We actually have made it pretty simple. You can go up to this top website up here, click on Griffin Web Upload, and it'll take you right to the location that you need to be. We're going to go ahead and enter my information so that I can get on to Griffin. You guys should have this already, and if you don't, go ahead and email Jenny Fisher. She'll be able to hook you up with one of those, but all of your producers do have this access, so make sure to ask them for anything that you don't think you have.
And we're going to go ahead and display Jenny's email right at the bottom of the screen here so that you are sure in case something goes wrong with that.
All right. Now we are heading over to the Griffin platform. This is always what you will see whenever you get to the Griffin platform. It'll bring you up into this dashboard. And one of the first things that we want to do is upload that media that you just created. We're going to upload that FLV to the Griffin backend. So the first thing you're going to do is go up to the Add Some Content button. And what we're going to do is upload files. That's always the first thing you want to do. So it's going to pop up this box where you'll be able to select the file by clicking Add File, going to your hard drive, which is where we are, and choosing that WebUploadHD FLV. Now what this allows us to do, we're going to select that.
Now make sure you don't choose the MOV because you will be sitting there watching this little spinning bar you'll see here in a couple minutes. It'll just be sitting there forever, nothing will happen. So make sure that's why we export the FLV.
All right, once you have that there, go ahead and click Upload Files. Griffin will tell you that it has been successfully uploaded once it's complete, but this process can take anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes.
So right here it went pretty quickly because the file size is pretty small, and that's nice. That's nice, so we can get things moving along pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and say, OK, refresh the page. You'll see nothing really changed here. What that did is it just refreshed Griffin, and the media is actually in the system. So the next step we want to do is actually see that media made it up. So by clicking the Media tab on the left-hand side of the screen, And now you can see here, this is the file that we just uploaded, the WebUpload HD video that we exported in this, the FLV format. So let's go ahead and click into that video, and this takes us into the more specifics of the video. So the first thing we're going to do is actually title the video here, and this needs to be a title that's appropriate. So it's more like a slug title. Yeah.
You'll be able to use this to attract more people on the website to your story. The easier and the more simple that your title is, the better chances people will be able to search on Google for your story. So keep it simple, keep it exactly describing the topic that your story covers, and it'll make it a lot easier to get your video some more coverage on the web.
Okay. Yeah, and the next step we want to do is actually, right here you see that this clip has nothing. We want to tell Griffin what we're using as our poster frame or our thumbnail, as many call it. So what we're going to do is click Edit and then go to Update Poster Frame, and then
what this allows you to do is scrub through the video and choose which part of the video you want to use as the icon that'll show up all over the website. Now, if you did just upload your media, it may take a while. So you may need to just wait and do this in 2 or 3 minutes, which is exactly what's happening to us right now. So make sure that you give Griffin a chance to work through the video that you just uploaded, because it has to process a lot of information before you're able to do this step.
Right. So for now, we're going to come back to this just to show you can actually do something later while it's doing its thing. So one of the biggest things is you want to make sure that your video is published. You're weighting it at 5 all the time. Put your name. So right now I'm going to put my name, and as the author, and then tags. This is really important to tell the video where it's going. Zach, you go and describe the tag system.
Yep, the tag system basically tells Griffin where you want your story to be located on the website. So obviously you guys are CTV, so I'm going to go ahead and start typing in CTV. And these tags are already pre-created. You never want to try to create a new tag. So when you start typing, you'll be able to just select from the pre-sorted list. I'm going to go ahead and choose CTV, press enter. I need to add multiple tags though. So I'm going to type in CTV again. I'm going to put it on news. And I'm also going to add it to the multimedia tag, because I want it to show up on the front page of every collegian.com website. KCSU, Collegian, College Avenue, and CTV. So that's that process. And the last little box that you need to worry about is the meta properties. And go ahead and click top. That basically just tells the computer where it wants the video in the story.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and check this real quick again and just make sure. And if it's not done yet, we have something. Okay, it's not done yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this, and we'll come back here in just a minute. So that's saved. Everything's good to go. Now the next step of this process is actually attaching this media, attaching your video to an article that you can add text to, and it puts it into a bigger package that Griffin. It's much more easier to read.
Yep. So next we're going to go to the articles section. We are going to create a new article up here at the top left. It'll ask you if you want to create a new one. Go ahead and click that. And it brings you to a page similar to what you just saw, except for what we were dealing with before was the specific media. So that was dealing with the video. Now we're dealing with the article that the video is attached to. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Put the title up at the top, fill in a headline. I'll go ahead and call this one New Belgium Green Initiative. And subhead you don't necessarily need to worry about too much, but the copy is the most important part. So we've just grabbed some text, but you will be writing out exactly what your story is about and a complete version of the written out dialogue that may accompany your package. So I'm just going to post some words in there that we want to add to this story. The next one is the abstract. This is really important because Google definitely uses this as a search engine. So some of the things that I want to add to my abstract, because my story is about New Belgium and beer, is something about beer, something about being green, and also something about New Belgium, because people really do search New Belgium a lot.
I think people search beer too a lot.
And
too, huh?
people really search beer a lot on the web. So basically I have my 3 keywords that I know work well, and then I'm going to have to write a sentence that basically uses those 3 words so that your abstract isn't just keywords. So I'm going to say New Belgium is leading the industry in the green initiative, along with producing amazing beer. So you can see that I used those 3 words and was still able to write a pretty good sentence that'll be searchable on Griffin and Google. So once you have all these boxes checked, you can put more info in there if you want. Don't worry about slug right now. Again, you need to make sure it's published. You also need to allow comments, but it might not let you do that until you put a weight. So make sure you add the weight first, always 5. That just puts you at the top of the list. Click published, allow comments. Make sure you write your name in there, Kyle Rasmussen, and don't forget the tags. Same tags that we just put in.
And make sure, another thing too, now see how we didn't push enter on that. If you don't push enter on the keyboard, it's not going to save it. So when you push enter, it drops it down. It's really important to understand. And same for the CTV, the tags as well. So you want to add all the tags just like you added to your media. So that this would be news, CTV, and multimedia is the last one.
All right, so this is the crucial part where you attach the article to the media that we already uploaded. So we're going to go to media, attach, and your video will be that top one because you just uploaded it. Select that video and click attach items right above it. Now what that does is it just links the video and the article that you just wrote. And we can go back now and make sure we set that thumbnail before we are all finished with our upload.
And don't forget to save. Always save it. Otherwise, all this stuff will be lost that you just did.
Yep.
So now we're going to go back to media, set that thumbnail. So we're going to go into that video. Everything should be good to go. Let's see.
I'm going to go ahead and update that poster frame.
Okay.
There's our video. So this is a really important part. We're going to go ahead and choose an image that really represents the story. So again, part of this story is beer. Part of this story is the Green Initiative.
And New Belgium.
And New Belgium. So we are going to choose a little clip here that represents all of those things. And don't remember, these icons are very small. So what you want in your icon is something big and legible so that people understand exactly what they're looking at just by scoping your icon.
So I think this beer shot would be a good one here. Would you agree?
I absolutely agree. You can really see that beer well, and this icon's going to be pretty small. So we'll go ahead and choose that, capture the frame. It'll let you know that it worked.
And you can't see it because we haven't saved it. If we save, you'll see that this image has shown up. It looks awesome. And this actually creates a few different images. It's your large one, a thumbnail image, which shows up as the smaller one on the actual main CTV site. And this is also as your main thumbnail for the video before it starts playing. So it actually does the work for you.
All right. So congratulations. We have successfully uploaded the video. The last thing that you really need to double check is what it looks like on the site. And there's multiple ways to do that. But we're just going to head to the CTV website, and it's going to upload our video. It'll show it right at the top. So you can see that icon that you just created is right at the beginning. You can see down here it says New Belgium Green Initiative, and it has our abstract right below that. And then it also shows up in the news article there as well. So that's how you
it's been said by our CEO Ken that
we're going to go ahead and check and make sure that it works, and it does. So we're good.
And also one more thing too, if you click into here, you can see that your article will be here. Now in the future there will be video up top, so but for right now your video will be right here. So hopefully this training video was helpful to you all, and don't hesitate to ask questions to either Jenny, which is part of that email, and I've also provided my email and Zach's email at the bottom of this as well. So yep, don't hesitate to ask any questions. Zach?
That's it. Thanks, guys.